Okay. Vita. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from.
Oh man, I'm working. Big boss hog. Boss dog can't pull through the door. Here to talk this box. Spoke about political and tough time. Good people do. Don't know if you sell. Caught him in if I like me be mad up. Peak game. 84s on West Wing. Alright. So we got news that DAZN has blocked Vergil Ortiz from seeking a fight with Errol Spence Jr. Right? They say no, you're not fighting no Errol Spence. Right? Because I think if he fight Errol, he gonna have to fight Errol on probably Amazon Prime. He ain't gonna be able to fight him on his own. Right? He gonna have to go fight on a PBC event. Right? And DAZN like, nah, you gonna fight on DAZN. You know what I mean? So that shuts that door. Now, Golden Boy at DAZN, has marked a date, I think in March, in Las Vegas, right? And people are speculating that it might be for Vergil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis, right? So they got a date scheduled in March, right? Right? In one of them Las Vegas arenas, right? So they're speculating it might be for Vergil Ortiz versus Boots Ennis, right? Which, if that's for that, that's the only fight he need to be worrying about. I'll let Errol Spence. I want to fight Errol, and you know, that's my dream fight. You ain't gonna be able to fulfill your dream, brother. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to fulfill your dream. Okay? What you need to do is go fulfill fighting Boots. Your mindset needs to be on Boots. You need to be wearing boots, Timberland boots, Nike boots, Adidas boots. That's what you need to be wearing until you get this fight signed, sealed, and delivered. You don't need to be worrying about Errol Spence. Errol Spence, hey, we don't know if he coming back and fighting. That's just real talk. We don't know, okay? We don't know what's going on with Errol, right? And truthfully, Errol Spence, we worrying about active fighters, right? Okay? Right now, we living in the now, so we worrying about active fighters. Errol Spence come back and be active. He say, hey man, I'm gonna fight somebody cool. Then you know we can talk about it. But other than that, leave Errol alone. Like Errol, I don't know why these dudes like, oh Errol, I want to fight Errol, because they know how much money and respect they gonna get fighting Errol, right? I think Vergil Ortiz, he know that Errol Spence got Dallas and a lot of Texas on lock, right? So he thinking I'm gonna inherit that if I fight Errol Spence and I beat him. No, you're not. No, you're not. There's a difference. Errol Spence done put in a lot of work, right? He done put in a lot of work. You ain't did that. You know what I'm saying? You still got a lot of work to go. You know what I mean? These youngsters be trying to jump the gun and, oh yeah, you can't do that, bro. You got to put in some more work. You still got a lot of work you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Errol put in work, then start fighting champion after champion after champion after champion, right? And then he lost to Terrence Crawford, right? But he gave us every fight we wanted. There's only one fight we didn't get, that was the Keith Thurman fight, right? So, but he fought champion after champion after champion, right? So, you're not gonna inherit what Errol got. You know what I'm saying? You know, I see what he trying to do. He trying to get like a passing of the torch type thing. Like, okay, if I fight Errol, at least I'll get Texas on lock. And it's like, nah, bro, you're not gonna get Texas on lock. Errol, you know, there's some similarities in Errol Spence and Vergil Ortiz fighting style, but Errol Spence has a little bit more wiggle pause in his fighting style. Errol Spence can box, Vergil Ortiz can't. Right? Vergil Ortiz, he places his shots, right? And he just try to wail on you. He big, right? So he's bigger than you, so he just try to wail on you. Whereas Errol, he's shown in fights that, okay, you say you can box better than me? Well, I'm going to outbox you. Right? He did that with Mikey Garcia. Right? Vergil Ortiz got dropped. The only fight Errol Spence got dropped in was the Terrence Crawford fight. Right? And I want you to understand, it took a Terrence Crawford to drop and beat Errol Spence. Okay? I want y'all to understand that. So it took a fighter of Terrence Crawford's caliber to drop and beat Errol Spence. Right? Errol Spence, damn, they called toe up. Errol Spence was 70% of himself beating Danny Garcia, beating your Dennis Ugas, right? And came back, fought a Terrence Crawford, and, you know, got stopped. Was still trying to fight, though. That's the thing. Was still trying to fight. The referee stopped it because he was like, hey, man, you getting punished out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that we never saw happening, right? Anybody that told you they saw that happening is cap, right? You never saw that happening, right? You never looked at Errol like how he fight was like, this dude will punish him. No, I did see like ways Terrence Crawford could beat him, but I ain't see that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll be capping if I said, oh yeah, I saw, yeah. No, I did see ways Terrence Crawford could beat him. You know what I mean? I was like, man, if he beat him, it's gonna be like an unanimous decision. But no, he stopped that boy. I said, oh, hey. Shut up, Boss Hawk. But to keep it 1,000, man, Vergil Ortiz need to focus on Boots. That's what it boils down to. In which I'm not gonna lie to you, that fight, Boots gonna beat the brakes on Vergil Ortiz. I'm sorry, like it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad, bro. I'm telling you. He gonna stop Boots gonna stop Vergil Ortiz early. I'm predicting between maybe 1 and 3 rounds. I'm telling you, it's not gonna be close, bro. And I know like y'all are like, what? I'm telling you, like, I'm not playing. It's not finna be close. That fight is not favorable for Vergil Ortiz. That's why now he trying to back off the block. They trying to go another direction. Right? They using Boots' name, right? Because he the hot commodity now. Pause. Right? He the fighter that got the juice right now. Right? But I'm telling you, bro, if they do sign that fight, Vergil Ortiz, he gonna come out that fight with a L in the L in the loss column. I'm just saying, right? But that's the fight we want, right? It's up to him to sit here and figure out how to win that fight. Him, his dad, and Robert Garcia got to come up with a great fight plan to kind of handicap Boots and try to get him to fight a certain way. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't see how he do it. I'm just being truthful. Get mad at your mama, not me. I don't see how he going to handicap that man, bro. Like, I'm so serious. I don't see how he gonna sit there and handicap Boots. Boots can fight orthodox and southpaw. Let me say that again for the slow people in the back. He can fight orthodox and southpaw, right? So he fighting both ways. Pause. So if he handicaps him in the orthodox position, he gonna switch southpaw. In which, in my opinion, he looks sharper. I ain't gonna lie to you, he's sharp in both orthodox and southpaw. I ain't gonna count. But you know what I'm saying? But that matchup to me is not favorable for Vergil Ortiz. It's not favorable. I'm not saying like he gonna have to have an excellent fight plan that night. He gonna have to be sharp, crispy that night, right? To beat a Boots. And I'm saying this, in order for Vergil Ortiz to win that fight, he gonna have to knock out Boots. It's not gonna be a situation where he like win on points or anything like that. He gonna have to knock him out, right? And I'm just speaking truthfully, right? He gonna have to knock out Boots to win that fight. It's not gonna be a situation where he wins on points, and and unanimous decision victory, Vergil Ortiz. It's not gonna be like that. He gonna have to knock out Boots, which is very plausible, right? Boots get hit a lot, you know what I'm saying? So it's possible, but I'm telling you, that man starts switching on that man. I promise you, bro, it's gonna be close till it's not. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? And I like I say, I like Vergil Ortiz as a fighter. I think he's a dang good fighter for what he is. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be close till it ain't close. That man you just gonna see Boots just start levitating and getting into that flow state. And once he get into that flow state, it's a wrap. You could take the L out of lover. It's over, brother. You feel me? I'm telling you. I know people gonna say, oh, how you gonna go against your own Texas native? You from Texas. I don't care. You know what I mean? That don't got nothing to do with me. I love boxing, right? And I'm looking at this matchup, I'm like, man, that man Boots is too much for him, bro. Like I say, only thing I can see is Vergil catching Boots and hurting him. And knocking him out that way. Other than that, if Boots is crispy, he's sharp, there's nothing you can do. But let's make the fight happen. This whole Vergil want to fight Terrence Crawford and he want to fight Errol Spence, man, throw that away, bro. We don't want to see that. I don't want to see you trying to fight Errol Spence. Errol, and it's crazy, like he mentioning his name. Like, oh, I want to. That's my dream fight. I want to fight Errol. Why? I want to fight Errol Spence. That's my dream fight. The man ain't fought in 3 years. So why would you want to fight him? You want a fight where you're going to get credibility. This is what's wrong with these young fighters, right? This is how you're supposed to do it. If you want to fight Errol, this is how you do it, okay? You go fight Boots. You beat Boots, right? Okay? You let Errol Spence come back and start fighting. Winning fights. Winning consistently. Okay? You let him do that. Once he start doing that, then you can revisit an Errol Spence fight. Then you can sit there and be like, you know what, Errol, what's cracking? Then you can revisit that. Then you can sit there and be like, you know, I want that smoke. What's happening? That's when you do it. Not now. Hey, try to make Errol Spence. The man ain't fought in 3 years. Right? And even when he was rumored to come back this year, it didn't happen. The stuff didn't materialize. Right? You got to understand. You're not going to get credit beating an Errol Spence who ain't fought in 3 years. Now, that goes to show you what you're fighting him for. You're fighting him for money. You're fighting him because you think I'm going to inherit what he has. Right? That's it. You're not at that level yet. Right? And I know you trying to look at Terrence Crawford and be like, well, Terrence Crawford is this big star. Terrence Crawford put in work in boxing. He's 3-time undisputed. He put in work. You know what I'm saying? He did the unthinkable. He done some things that's unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna be honest. Okay? Boss, all about keeping it at the DAZN. You know what I'm talking about? So when you sit here, you analyze it. You young brother, you gotta put in that work, brother. You still got a long lengthy career. You still a young man, bro. You still gotta put in that work. You fought Boachuk, you ain't rematched him, right? You look shaky in that fight. A lot of people feel like you lost. You did a good job against Madrimov, right? What's another fight he fought before that? And you just fought Lubin, and you knocked him out. But most people feel like Lubin was over the hill, right? I didn't think that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think he was over the hill until I watched the fight, and I'm like, this nigga ain't. Eric Lubin ain't finna just sit on the ropes. You know what I'm saying? Right? But then, like, they like, hey, his last fight, it took him 11 rounds or 12 rounds almost to get this no-name guy out of there. So I think that when it's all said and done, when you look at the totality of circumstances, man, Vergil Ortiz is a good little fighter, but he needs to make this Boots fight happen. All this Errol Spence talk, it don't match, bro. That's why I be saying a lot of dudes' actions don't match what they saying. He walking around, I mean, and he a pretty humble kid, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like he just out here talking big and bad. But he's walking around here, and he was saying, "Oh, Boots ducking, and you know, this, that, and the third." But then you come back and you want to fight, and Boots in your face, pause, and then now you like, "Oh, I want to fight Errol Spence." What? So I'm glad the DAZN blocked the fight. Oscar De La Hoya is, you know, he on the cusp of having a superstar, right? So he trying to like market him a little more. He's trying to get him to a point where he can have, you know, this name in boxing, right? That's why he is really trying to now. He's seeing a dollar sign, so he like, oh, I could make Vergil versus Jake Paul. I can make Vergil versus maybe I get Vergil over Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford ain't finna fight you, and you don't want that for Vergil. Terrence Crawford will ruin Vergil Ortiz's career. Terrence Crawford will ruin his career before it gets started. I'm just being real. You know me. I gotta keep it 1,000 because you know all y'all be like, you're hating on him. You're hating on Bud. Oh my God, I can't stand you, Boss Hog. You're hating on him. Don't speak on him now, Boss Hog. I remember one Bud buddy tried to tell me, oh, don't try to act like you're on the bandwagon now. I'm not a bandwagon dude. I don't swing that way. Right? When you're on a bandwagon, you a sack chaser. That means you're willing to compromise your manhood. I don't compromise nothing. You know what I'm saying? We just being real. So I mean, just because you let that boy run up in you, pause, don't mean I'm going to do it. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I got a wife, right? And when I didn't have a wife, before I found the Lord, I was running up in chicks. I wasn't letting no dudes run up in me. Like y'all be letting these dudes run up in y'all. Bust up your back, all type of wild stuff. Pause. Big pause on that. Stop playing with me, bro. You over there bent over letting this dude run up in you, bust up your back, and then you come in my comment section trying to act hard. Get out of here, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, man. Wow, man. These boys, and you can tell that's happening to them because they type some wild stuff in the comment section. Right? Just like that dude that got Terrence Crawford's name tattooed on his lower back. He got a tramp stamp, man. That man be sitting in the comment section talking crazy. Man, get out of here, bro. But Vergil Ortiz, you gotta fight Boots, man. That's what it is. Y'all let me know what you think about Scott.